So, hello, and welcome to the Media Awards 2017. I'll apologise in advance for my very strong northern accent, but there we go. So, I'm Jade, I'm the editor of the Courier, and for those of you that know me, you'll know that I am partial to a small glass of white wine, but don't worry, I've not had anything to drink yet, so, but that will be coming later, so you will understand me the whole night. So just a bit of housekeeping to start with. As you'll probably already know, the toilets are to the left and down the corridor, and we're not actually expecting a fire alarm, obviously, but if there is one, the nearest fire exit is just to your right there. So, Media Awards, they have a reputation for being pretty rowdy, so please do not disappoint. You can be drinking my drinks. There you go. So, as you may or may not know, I oversee everything media related here at NUSU. And you'll probably know that that includes the fantastic Courier, the newly named, there we go, the newly named NUTV and NSR as well. It's been an absolute pleasure to be involved with student media for another year here. At the Courier, we've currently got more writers than ever. We're running about 350 writers, which is great. And then we've also got a fantastic team of 45 sub-editors. Don't know where you are, everywhere. So it's absolutely great. This year we've published 19 issues of the Courier, including a special 12-page festive pullout, and of course, the amazing Stan Calvert pullout. Sport Eds, where are you? Thank you guys very much. Then we have NUTV, which has been led by Faye. Is she here this evening? No? Oh, hi! Sorry. And NUTV have really grown from strength to strength this year, with crew participation actually tripling this year, and the number of shows produced constantly growing. NUTV have also started broadcasting live coverage, including the Stream Cerberus. I did know it, I just can't say it that well. And that's used by external organisations and internally. So as an example, you are all on camera tonight, so make sure you're smiling and being rowdy, of course. And NUTV have also gained national recognition by the National Student TV Association with Courier Fashion and Saffron Kershaw Me. They both made the shortlist for their awards, which is absolutely amazing. And then we have NSR, which has been run by Seb Masters this year. Unfortunately, he's very poorly, so he can't make it, which is very sad. But they've also really improved this year, and they've put in a lot of effort in terms of gaining more listeners, as well as gaining follows and likes on their social media accounts, with student sessions and coffee house sessions being really up there with what's been helping them do that. And they've also interviewed the likes of Kaiser Chiefs, Twin Atlantic and You Make Six, just to name a few, which is absolutely fantastic. So that's enough talking from me, because I really don't like public speaking. So we're going to move on to the important thing, which is the awards. Absolutely amazing that you're all in this room and you're here for a reason. You've all contributed massively to student media, and you are really what makes student media as good as it is. So for some of the nominations, there are quite a few nominees, so obviously go wild for them. But I'd like to ask if we can clap at the end of each category, because it might drag out a bit, but you go wild if you want to go wild. So we will start with the first category, which is NSR Newcomer of the Year. And I'd like to invite Bryony and Sam to present this award. They're on the NSR exec. So do you guys want to go up?
Hi everyone, we're really excited to be here on behalf of NSR. I'm Bryony.
I'm Sam.
And we're here to present the Newcomer of the Year award for NSR. So this is a really great award to win because it can be won by anyone that has joined the society this year. And NSR is really, really great because it's welcoming of everyone from that's in their first year, second year, third year, any course, any background, anyone can join. And we've got some amazing shows that have been going on. We've got music shows, chat shows, entertainment shows. So it's really a great award to win for the person that has won this.
Yeah, and personally, from a personal point of view, been radio 3 years now, and it's really come on because people have kept joining every year. So this is a really important award as well. And really grateful for everyone who has been involved and joined this year and continues to join, because then keeps the radio going. So the nominees for Newcomer of the Year award are...
The shortlist for Newcomer of the Year is... Smith.
Yeah. Who else are you inspired by and why?
I really love Daughter. I think...
Sarah Purdy and Elizabeth Byrne.
Hi, this is Sarah and Lizzie from Newcastle Student Radio. We're with Tom Grennan.
Easy.
Luke Bateman.
Crazy weekend of football.
Olivia Cowell.
Yeah, you didn't come to Newcastle though. You left us out.
Or I know. I'm sorry. I'll put that on me.
Jed Buttress.
Yeah. Have you got your trousers back on yet? Dude. Okay, never mind.
Also nominated, Luke Oddie.
Cool. And the runner-up is... Jed Buttress. Award on behalf of Jed tonight. Not here, obviously, but yeah. So straight on to the winner. So winner for NSR Newcomer of the Year goes to Meg Smith.
I jokingly said before this, what if they make me do a speech? No, I really appreciate getting this. I only started radio my second year, and I do really love it, and I'm so happy I joined it. It's such an amazing platform for anything you want to start. I've only started off with doing like music shows and conspiracy shows, but next year I've got a lot of ideas. I want to do a lot of self-care shows. I want to do stuff about helping other people. I just think it's such a great platform, and I'm genuinely just really thankful that I won this. Yeah.
So the next award is also going to be presented by Bryony, and this award is for NUTV Producer of the Year.
Hi everyone, me again. So I'm here on behalf of NUTV. NUTV have been amazing this year. So we provide a whole host of different shows. So we've got, again, we've got student shows, entertainment shows. We've got shows for broadcast about food and nights out and all the things that students get up to in and around the town. So this award goes to the Producer of the Year, and producing is something that is sometimes kind of brushed under the carpet. People don't really see what goes on, and it's kind of the back end of the whole things that everybody sees. So it's really, really lovely award for someone to win because it just shows that recognition that they are counted for, and they really do count. So the nominees are...
The shortlist for Producer of the Year. The shortlist for Producer of the Year is Christina Krablova, NUTV Food.
Hi guys, welcome to my new show.
Rachel Farrell, Blind Date.
Read it. Where's my mouse?
Devon Young, Toon Vision.
In the cinema Blair Witch.
This is the horror movie segment.
Ava Forbes, Student Voice.
No, I'm afraid not.
The shortlist for Producer of the Year is...
Courier award of the evening. So I would like to invite Sunil, who is the current comment editor, and Katrina, who is the current news editor, to present this award.
Katrina and I are honored to be standing up here and to be a part of this evening. Every year, the Courier sees some 350 talented students writing for our various sections. On behalf of the entire editing team, we would like to express our gratitude for your hard work and dedication. You have no doubt inspired all your readers with your confidence and conviction, regardless of differences in outlooks. Your dynamism and nuance of thought has made a tremendous impact and has played a catalytic role in encouraging a more expressive student body. My congratulations and well done to you all. I'm thrilled to invite Katrina to read out your nominees.
Thank you, Sunil. So the nominees for the Writer of the Year are Christopher Little, Isabel Sykes, Carrie Rose Thomas, Sam Blackburn, Kitty Mary, Sarah Davis, Benjamin Eckford, and Sally Moo. Just before we announce the award, I just want to say that all of these people deserve to be the Writer of the Year and contributed just so much to each section, and they're all amazing. So the runner-up for the Writer of the Year is Carrie Rose Thomas. Now, before we announce the winner, I would just like to read a comment that's been submitted with a nomination. So this person has consistently written for the comment section all year, using writing as a platform to air his strong interest in politics. They always met deadlines, and their communication with the sub-editorial team was outstanding. Their consistency and level of writing is to a very high standard, and his views are very refreshing and insightful. Benjamin Eckford, come and take your award!
Can your footsteps following you through the night? I can see chances, I can see hazard lights, I can see you and I, the avenues of my mind. I can see you, my love, light me up. Take me to the places.
You dream of this moment, and you can never You can never quite believe it. When Sunil first told me that he'd nominated me for this award, which was extremely kind of him, I didn't think I had a chance of winning. Now that I'm stood here, still doesn't seem real. I've got a lot of people to thank, namely Sunil himself and also Sinead, I don't know if she's here in the room, for running the comment section so well this year and for giving me such an amazing range of subjects to write about. Also, the people who encouraged me to get involved in the Courier in the first place, and that's Mark Slateholm and Dan Robertson, if they're in the room. I owe them a huge thanks as well, because they did a brilliant job last year. And most of all, we all owe a huge thanks to this person over here, without whom Courier would not function properly and none of us would be here. At times like this in the world, good journalism, good critical analysis of what governments are doing is needed more than ever. And I'm filled with hope because I know that there are brilliant, brilliant young journalists in this room, and they've got fantastic careers ahead of them, and I'm looking forward to being a part of it as well. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Very well done. So now we're moving on to our next award, which is the NSR Specialist Show of the Year. And I'd like to ask the head of music, Lottie, to come up and present this award.
Hi everyone, I'm Lottie. It's a pleasure to be here tonight to present this award. It is my final media awards because I'm leaving, and it's so sad because we are all such a great union with all of us media awards. Anyway, so NSR Specialist Show of the Year. People this year has introduced us to new genres, sports, entertainment, and all of these people should deserve to win. But we'll tell you the nominees first.
The shortlist for Specialist Show of the Year is Indie Hour.
You're listening to Newcastle Student Radio. It's the Indie Hour with me, Meg Long. We're going to
The Football Tube.
The bucket. I wasn't a fan of it at all. I'll give it to John McCruick if he wants it.
Lost in Liberty.
Don't tell me that you love women. Show me the lipstick stain.
Okay, so the runner-up for this award sadly cannot be here, but it is Meg Long, and Meg will be head of the union. Of NSR, sorry, the union. Woo! Station manager. You would have thought third media awards I should know by now. Okay, and so the winner of this award is so devoted to NSR. They have introduced to us so many genres, informed and entertained us, got NSR's name out there with their co-event, Lost in Liberty. So I'd like to announce the winner would be Rornick with Lost in Liberty. Come and get your
Bloody hell, we're here. First of all, I've got to say some thank yous. Obviously, the people who got me into this. Lottie, bloody hell, wouldn't be here without her. The whole gang who've turned up, or some of the gang anyway, for constantly supporting. Matt Dominguez, obviously, who is in Bali at the moment, non-stop devotion to the cause, and obviously we're just here to put out good music and make sure people have a good time. So thank you very much.
So now we'll move on to our fifth award of the night, which is the NUTV Editor of the Year. And I'd like to invite next year's NUTV station manager, Karishma, to present the award. Yeah, she's coming. Hi.
Hi, so I'm Karishma. I'm the next year station manager. for NUTV, and so editing, the best editor of the year. Editing requires so many important skills, and most importantly, an eye for detail. And so the nominees are.
The shortlist for Editor of the Year is Vishnu Natarajan, Big Market Banter and Blind Date.
Dodge. Lad.
Sarah Kuchenbuck and Ganga Mano, Snapped on Campus. Josh Nixon, Toon Vision.
No.
80, what year? 85. 85.
Right, okay.
Nolan Sears, NUTV Food.
And fresh banana. Okay guys, so we're going to start by putting the banana.
The runner-up is Josh Nixon. And the winner for the award, this person edits not only one show but two, Big Market Banter and Make a Guess. Big Market Banter has racked up most of the views for NUTV, and in doing so, they have we have got really good reputation. So the winner is Vishnu Natarajan.
Just looking out on the day of another dream, where you can't get what you want, but you can get me.
Hi. Not gonna lie, I am drunk. The whole journey of being with NUTV has been great. Meeting wonderful people, Karishma, Faye, Harris, all of you have been amazing. I don't have much else to say, but yeah, first of many. Thank you.
I think I need some of what he's having by the looks of it. So now we're on to our next Courier Award, which is the Courier Sub-Editor of the Year. I'd like to invite our culture editors, Jack and James, to present the award.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to say what an absolute pleasure it is to be here and presenting a very difficult award to judge, because we've got some fantastic candidates, and honestly, this sub-ed team, I did not think they'd be able to top last year's, and no offence to those of you in the audience who are from last year's, but it's been an absolutely fantastic ride. Jade has asked me not to swear, and out of politeness I will acquiesce to those wishes, but it's been flipping fantastic, and I fudging love you all, but only a few of you can win. So Jack's going to read out the nominees for you.
Okay, so the nominees for Sub-Editor of the Year are Zoe Godden, Johnny Hastings, Lucy Brogdon, Sunil Nambiar, Zofia, I'm really sorry, Zwi Gwenlinska, Natalie Farmer, and Liz Rodson.
And the runner-up is, yeah, that's good, keep doing that, that's good, I like it, yeah. Man with a smile for everyone, Sunil Nambiar.
Okay, so on to the winner. Just a little bit about this person. This person was lucky enough to be nominated by one of us, the culture editors, so they must have done a really good job. They've put the hours in, literally. They've been there early morning, late at night, like 1, 2, 3 or 4 o'clock, and they must be one of the most committed sub-editors that we've got. They come in ridiculously early, and every week that section looks really good. And the winner is, drum roll please, Liz Roslin. Come on, Liz.
It's just the way we feel. We love this agitation. Oh, oh, oh. We want the new vacations.
Thank you so much. I really don't feel like I deserve it, but thank you for nominating me, and I've really enjoyed the Courier. And thank you to Izzy and Sophia, Fashion Eds. Yeah, it's been really good. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Lucy Brogden, where are you? I'm so sorry I missed your name off that list. Personal apologies. I'll buy you a drink after. You obviously didn't see, but it took Liz a good while to get out of her seat then. She did not think she'd won, but it's very deserved. And I've just realised, unfortunately, we had 2 guest speakers tonight, but one of them couldn't make it. He's ill. So unfortunately, I didn't tell our other guest speaker that it's time to speak now. And I really do apologise for that. So I'd like to welcome to the stage editor of the Courier in 2007-8, Gemma Davies.
Okay, so as Jade just said, this summer marks 10 years since I graduated and started my year as editor of the Courier. But little did I know then that I was about to embark on 12 months that shaped my life today. I remain close friends with my fellow SABs and some of my section editors, but the skills I gained here are still helping me to progress in my career to this day. So I'll give you some background into my career shortly. But in a couple of weeks, I start a new chapter in my working life, as I'll be switching to work from TV at Sky to work in the digital industry to a company called Engage Sports Media in London. So my new role involves managing people and managing budgets, and in my interview, the examples I gave to them dated back to my time here at the Courier, and surprisingly, that was one of the things that made me stand out and got me the job. So every one of you in this room is already setting yourself on the way to making an impression in this industry. The successful people around me in sports media didn't just spontaneously choose this career path. They set about succeeding from a young age, just like you guys, and worked hard to get there. So those late nights and the early mornings in the Courier office might seem like a hard slog at times, but not only will they prepare you for what the real industry is like, but they will help you get your foot in the door. So whilst I was studying English language here, I got involved with the Courier from my very first week. I wrote for the sports section as a fresher and spent my Wednesday afternoons at Cochrane Park, as I'm sure many of you do, watching football, rugby, lacrosse, or whatever else was on to get my name in the paper through match reports. And at the end of my first year, I became sports editor and spent my Thursday nights locked in the Courier office and throughout my second and third year. And then the Thursday nights were followed by very early Friday mornings when I was editor too. So after my SAB year, I went on to complete a postgrad in broadcast journalism at the University of Central Lancashire. And it was on that course that I did a placement at Sky News, which led to a full-time job at Sky Sports News. It all sounds very simple, but that job was the culmination of years of unpaid work and knocking on the doors of sports editors. It was quite a whirlwind start to my career. If you'd asked me where I wanted to work when I was 18, I undoubtedly would have said Sky Sports News. To me, it was the pinnacle of this industry, and working there hasn't changed my opinion. When I first arrived on work experience, my journalism tutor had warned me that it was somewhat like Disneyland, and I saw what she meant. It moves at such a fast pace, and it's like everything you've been learning in a lecture theatre being put into practice at the highest standards. So I did a range of jobs at SSN, including writing the breaking news ticker, compiling stats for graphics, editing match highlights, and producing in a live studio gallery. But my most rewarding position came in my time as a live producer, where I was responsible for live content, either from the studio or on location at live news conferences or events. At these events, it was my responsibility to arrange guests for interviews, chase stories, make sure reporters were on air on time and they knew what they were going to say, and it was even my job to make sure that their ties were straight. When I worked back in the studio, I coordinated live crosses around the world, which could be somewhat testing on days like transfer deadline day. So some of you may have heard me speak here before. I was here 2 years ago and I told tales of covering the Brazil World Cup, Champions League matches, playoff finals, League Cup finals, the London Olympics and the Ashes. And the last 2 years have produced much of the same. So you might question why I've chosen to leave somewhere like Sky Sports when I was in such a position of responsibility and with so many opportunities. Well, like most things in life, jobs do have a shelf life. I'm a big believer in when something becomes easy, it's time to find the next challenge. But my decision was also down to what a challenging time it is in our industry. When I left a few weeks ago, my boss asked me what the highlight had been, and there were plenty to choose from. I'd been our England football producer for 5 years, so I've been to some incredible places and seen some not so incredible matches though. But the moment that stands out for me was England being knocked out of the Euros to Iceland last summer. And he seemed surprised that it was such a negative story. We seemed surprised it was a negative story that was my favourite to actually work on. But I told him how my experience that I'd gained over the years had really helped me to instantly react to something unexpected and how everyone just pulled together as a team. I'll never forget being sat in Roy Hodgson's exit press conference the day after that game. I was surviving off less than 4 hours sleep. I'd travelled from one end of France to the other and had been part of a team that had made some brilliant TV to cover one of the greatest shocks in English football. And at that moment when Roy Hodgson said, "I don't know what I'm doing here," I realised that I would remember being sat in that seat forever, as it'll be an iconic clip for years to come. So it'll be the times that you found something difficult and had to rise to the challenge that you'll remember in the future. And so brings me back to what a challenging time it is to work in sports television right now. My transition from Sky to my next chapter will no doubt be one of the biggest tasks I face in my career, as I'll be leaving my comfort zone to work into what is a relative unknown to me. So a couple of weeks I'll start work at Engage Sports Media, a digital sports media company who create and monetize content for a range of sports clients such as the FA, Man City, the ICC, Goodwood Festival of Speed and Godolphin Horse Racing. To your generation, digital content is the norm, and you're at a massive advantage to already know how to produce news across a range of mediums. So my training was initially in newspapers, then radio, then TV. Sky have been facing up to a huge challenge over recent years that they were arguably slow to respond to at first. But just think how you consume your news and sport. I had this very conversation with a senior producer at Sky a few weeks ago. It was a Wednesday morning, and the night before there was a full programme of Championship football fixtures. I support Wigan, and just before 10 p.m. on the Tuesday, I'd wanted to see the highlights of my team's latest defeat. So I looked at my watch, knew that it wouldn't make the 10 p.m. bulletin until at least 10:15 because there'd been Champions League and whatever else on that night. So I checked the Sky Sports Score Centre app, and 3 minutes of highlights were ready around 15 to 20 minutes after the game had finished. Consumers want instant content at their fingertips. They choose what they want, what to watch and when. The last couple of years, there were more people watching Facebook Lives that I hosted on the Sky Sports page for England training than people watching that same footage live on Sky Sports News by considerable numbers. So the ease of access to material is causing a bigger problem in sports television with the increase of piracy. Sky and BT pay a well-documented hefty amount for the rights to the Premier League, but viewing figures are decreasing as people are watching illegal streams rather than paying for subscriptions. It's an issue that the industry is tackling, particularly with the purchase of digital rights from this season, but the problem speaks volumes for where the industry is heading. So this isn't to say that there isn't a future for those of you who want to work in TV, but your skills will need to be multi-platform, and I'm sure you're proving that already. This won't be a problem for you, but for people like me who've just entered their 30s, it's a critical time to prove that you can adapt. Equally, it's an exciting time, and personally, I can't wait for the challenge that's ahead of me. So if any of you have any specific questions for me, I won't bore you any longer up here, but I'll be hanging around for a while yet if you do want to pick my brains. But I'll finish with 2 pieces of invaluable advice that I was given recently. Firstly, people remember those that are worth remembering. As I've been deciding what route was best to take for me at the next stage of my career, I've been amazed at the people from my network who have offered their services to help me get a new job or offer their advice. My fellow sports editor from the Courier from my 2nd year works in the sports PR industry, and we haven't stayed in touch as much as we should have done, but he's been such a great help to me the last few months, setting me up meetings with contacts of his and recommending me to PR companies should I have chosen to go down that route. Likewise, one of the producers who I worked with at Sky News when I first did work experience 8 years ago was offered me freelance work at the channel that he now works at. So remember, it can be a very small industry at times, and you really do need to make the most of your network. The other piece of advice that stuck with me was something that I was told just last week. So I stand here 10 years after graduating, and that makes me really, really old by your standards. But someone referred to me last week as being in the early stages of my career, which I didn't think I was. But when you think about it, I've probably got another 30 working years ahead of me. So remember, you'll spend a lot of time working, and people rarely stay at one company these days. So don't be afraid to try something that's a little bit out of your comfort zone, and also don't be too impatient. I was really lucky that my first job was at Sky Sports News, but if that break doesn't happen for you straight away, opportunities will come along as long as you earn them. So finally, a huge congratulations to Jade on your year as editor. If you've learned as much as I did, you've got a massive head start in whatever comes next for you. Good luck to those of you that are graduating as well. And always be proud of what you've achieved here, because you never know where it might take you. Don't want to take yours.
Thank you very much, Gemma. So we'll now be moving on to our 7th award of the night, which is the NSR Daytime Show of the Year. I'd like to invite Head of Production, Harris, and along with Cameron, also on the NSR exec.
Hiya. Don't think I've ever prepared a speech in my life before, so why should I start now?
Yeah, I mean, I thought you were going to do it, so I haven't either.
Well, Daytime Show, it comprises a lot of things. We've seen a lot of brilliant new shows this year, as with the Newcomer Award, but we've also seen some classics being reformed. We're very proud of everything that's gone on, and people who, regularly turn up, and everything is just what you can contribute to the
radio.
To the radio. That's the word I'm looking for.
What
shows, doesn't it?
What? I think what? Nominees. Yes, prizes. Nominees, please. So nominees for this award are Amy Woods, the Throwback Hour.
And then Luke Bateman and Callum McCormack for the Football Tube.
And so, the runner-up for this award is... I can't even remember. Amy Woods, Throwback Hour.
It's lovely, all these runners-up showing up. And then the winner, by process of elimination,
nice.
Luke Bateman with the Football Tube.
Does the solar dwells occupying my head? There is nothing I need except the function to breathe. But I'm not really fussed. Doesn't matter to me.
Thank you very much. I really need a wee. We just chat about football. It's a bit boring to some people. Some people like it. Our 4 viewers really like it. So we just chat really about how good Newcastle are, how shit Arsenal are, and have a jolly nice time. Thank you very much. It's a lovely evening. It's a real honour to have this. Thank you so much. Enjoy.
I was going to say, where are you going, Harris? But he's gone to get a picture, but he's presenting the next award, which is NUTV Show of the Year. Harris, do you want to come back on stage?
Waiting for us. Every day I worry all day. I was waiting in the bushes of
Oh crap, I actually have prepared a speech. It's somewhere. Hang on. That's the right speech. Awesome. Hello everyone, I'm Harris. You probably realise that by now. As a production manager of NUTV, I work very closely with
of all the crews of every shows, and I work with them as a producer student TV. And this year I've been really proud of the unprecedented variety of shows that NUTV has produced, from talk shows to fashion shows, food shows, entertainment, news, sports, and more. The growth this year has been overwhelming, and I hope it continues in years to come. So far, we've recognized the achievements of individuals who have helped either put a show together or cut a show together, but now we're going to look at the final product, the content which you see on our channel, the combination of the work of up to a dozen people, from organizing, writing, directing, presenting, filming, lighting, editing, publishing, and so on. So let's have a look at the nominees.
The shortlist for Show of the Year is Student Voice.
If, for example, some of the officers, I wouldn't need to have any kind of interaction.
Coffee House Sessions. Blind Date.
I think it could be a mince pie.
It's not a mince pie, it's like a cucumber, I think.
Courier Fashion.
Thank you. And so I'll move quickly on to the run-up because I'm really out of breath. The live streams have been working perfectly for most this week, and then it chose the media awards to start to break down. So that's why I've been really running around backstage tonight. But well, I mean, you did last night, and it's broken tonight, so I wouldn't count that out. But the runner-up for the show of the year is Courier Fashion.
Something's waiting in the bushes of love. Every day I worry all day. I was waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Something's waiting in the bushes of love. Yo, never knew my dad, he didn't care about me. Dead horizon is on my macro binocular.
You'll have a speech later, Faye. Okay, so the winner of this award. The winner has won this award due to a consistent high standard. From producing the show, which is skillfully planned, to the actual filming and finally editing a show, it makes it the most of short-form TV. The show engages students on campus and captures the current sentiment of current affairs, be it local, national, international, politics, or what we're doing for Halloween. The show's production value has already been recognised tonight, and its executive producer winning tonight's Best Producer of the Year. So it's now I have the pleasure of recognising the output of the show by awarding Best Show of the Year to Student Voice.
Hello again. Yeah, I didn't think we'd win this. I want to say thank you to all the people who were involved in Student Voice. Joy is the main one, always there with the camera. Krishma has been part of like a huge amount of presenting for us, including a very wonderful encounter with the Christmas tree. Thank you very much. I'm very humbled by this. Thank you, Harris, and thank you, Faye. I'm gonna get off now.
So we are now on to another Courier Award, which is the Courier section of the year. And to announce this award, I'd like to invite my two lovely deputy editors, Dan Robertson and Ollie Burton.
Hi guys. As you can tell, I've not really prepared anything to say. I've just been drinking wine. But let's go. As deputies, I think this is one of the most important awards for us to present because we have the first-hand contact with all the sections and all the editors. So I think it's not more important than sub-editor, but to win section, it's not only being a great editor, it's about working well together and in collaboration with one another. If one person slips up, then the other people raise you up. I was planning to go through all the sections and say how great they were, but there's quite a lot and I think I'd missed one off. I really don't know how we've managed to pick one person or two people to win this award, because this year I really feel all the sections have genuinely been incredible. Not that last year's one. Mark and so on. Yeah, I've rambled too long. I'll let you do nomination.
So, as Dan had said, I think what makes the Courier a very special place to work is about those bonds that you form, particularly within the section that you belong to. You're surrounded by passionate people, interested in the same things, and I think the winners of tonight's awards are more than deserving. So let's take a look at the nominations. We have arts, music, gaming, sports, and film nominations. Things have gotten tense. So, the runner-up, ladies and gentlemen, for Section of the Year. The boys from Gaming. And the winners, ladies and gentlemen, of Courier Section of the Year. Build the tension, none other than sport, ladies and gentlemen.
Sausages. I'd like to thank Jade for being a quality editor this year. She's let us do what we want to do, so we really appreciate that. Thanks to Mark, thanks to Hendo, Cal, and Nico, the younger brother of our here, who's inspired us to get into the sports section. So we really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done, guys. So we're now on to our last three awards of the evening. Arguably not most important, but it's labelled outstanding contributions, so they've obviously done something right. And the first one is the outstanding contribution to student radio. As I said before, Seb, the station manager, is actually ill at the minute, so I'd like to invite Sam Midwood to present this award, please.
It's got to that stage of the evening already, yeah. So I'm Deputy Station Manager in for kind of representing Seb tonight, I guess. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's, I said it before, but to the exec as well. You know, without the rest of the exec, really the radio wouldn't be where it is now. I know Lottie, you know, she's been here for 3 years as well. Especially that I knew her from the start, so you know it's been really good getting to know these guys on the committee, and want to say congrats to the Courier and NUTV as well. You guys have done a really good job, and I think it's all great we all link together, so keep that going for the years to come. So on to the nominees before I rabble on. Nominees for Outstanding Contribution of the Year are Charlotte Bovell and Cameron Tran. And the runner-up is Cameron Tran. We don't do hugs at NSR, just the Courier thing, really, I think so. And the winner really genuinely deserves this award, done really well for the radio this year, and I hope she carries on in the line of radio and carries on doing really well. So the winner, obviously, from Process Elimination is Charlotte Boville.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm going to try and make a bit more sense than I did last time when coming up here. It has been a pleasure working with NSR. I kind of started off solo, being like, oh, I might be interested in having a show, and I was a bit worried about doing it by myself. Anyway, took the bull by the horns and just went for it, and I've been with NSR ever since, and it's just been a pleasure. And I think the opportunities that the union give us with NSR, the Courier, and NUTV make you so employable and giving you more skills, nearly more than I've learned in my degree. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. But yeah, it's the experience you build with this is incredible, and thank you so much to everyone that nominated me as well. Thanks.
So we'll now move on to our outstanding contribution to student television. And to present this award, I'd like to invite the station manager, Faye.
Hey guys, I just want to say it's such a pleasure to stand here and present outstanding contribution to student television. As a station manager of NUTV, I saw the amount of work I have put in all expect to NUTV. So before the nominees present, I would like to thank Jade and all the team, because without them, none of this achievement will happen. So the nominees for outstanding contributions are Vishnu Natarajan, Harris Krishi. The runner-up is Vishnu Nataraja. Is it the second time now?
Thank you. Bye.
I'll just read out. Yeah, I have a little description for the winner. So, this person has been recognized as profoundly changing the way NUTV operates, creating teams and providing the service with new structure. He was involved with securing equipment for the station and fundamentally improving the quality of the output and even fighting for a brand new name. He has served a role model for other members of the group and has been utterly invaluable. And the winner is Harris.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for this award. Out of all my commitments, NUTV has been the one that I've been the most passionate about, and I've put a lot of time into it, but no matter how much time I've put into NUTV this year, all of it is meaningless without the incredible devotion I've seen from the crew this year. I signed up to put a lot of time into this because it's what I want to do in my life, but everyone else joined for a variety of reasons. Some of them are the same, some of them had interest in media, some of them just wanted to try out student TV. But again and again, I've seen every one of them go beyond what they expected to do and step in and basically do incredible things. And you can't do TV by yourself. It's built on our team. So I just want to thank everyone who's been part of NuTV this year. I want to thank the committee. I've been part of like a dozen committees and none of them have been such lovely people to work with as the NuTV committee. I want to thank Christina, Nolan and Rachel who can't be here today. I want to thank Bryony. I want to of course thank she's gone. I want to, of course, thank Faye for being a wonderful assistant manager. I want to thank Jade for putting up with all of my requests and demands this year. I want to thank the NUSU staff, including in particular Debbie for dealing with me whenever I went to film in here, and Graham for letting me rant to him when things break down. And yeah, so we wish the best of luck to the next committee. Thank you.
Never knew my dad, he didn't care about me. Dead horizon is all my macro binoculars say.
Very well-deserved win there. And now we're on to our last award of the evening, by obviously no means least. But this award, can we have the PowerPoint? There we go. So you'll see that this award, we have now named it the Monica Doherty Award. This is for after a very special lady who contributed to the Courier for 40 years. And I'd like to invite Anthony Jones, who knew Monica very well, to speak a bit on her behalf.
Thanks, Jade. So I was a bit gobsmacked when Gemma talked about being at a sort of significant stage in her career, because it made me feel like shit suddenly. I just want to say a few words about Monica. It's 20 years since Monica retired. Monica spent the best part of 40 years as office and advertising manager for the Courier. It's difficult to imagine, but we're talking clearly pre-digital, at a time when the Courier was produced in exactly the same way that a national newspaper was produced, with all that went with it. And effectively, Monica had a whole series of young students arrive with all the passion and talent that we've seen here tonight, and produce articles that then were turned into that week's edition of the Courier. And for many students, many of us, Monica, as well as being the person who coached, advised, trained people who went on to be outstanding journalists, politicians, contributor in media internationally, many of whom very well known to you, Monica did an amazing job also of being our mum. And she was our mum when we had those little dips of confidence that we all have. And she was our mum also when she said, "This article is shit. Go away and do it again." Having said that, Monica was in charge of advertising, and Monica never once, I don't quite know how she did it. For me, she was the woman who put the F in feisty. But for me, Monica managed somehow to get advertising throughout all her time for the Courier. She made sure that Courier was self-supporting throughout her time from advertising, with no interference in editorial at any time. And even when a tough article was written about an advertiser, for Monica, that was the time to go in and explain that they now needed an advert. So an outstanding woman. Frankly, I was sabbatical. I spent some time, sort of a long time ago, working with Monica. It was a real pleasure, because last October, on the 10th of October, the university honoured Monica by giving her an honorary fellowship of the university and recognising. And I know that, when I was a student, and actually even now, sometimes one sort of rails against the university, but I think the university did a tremendous job there in recognising that contribution and that impact on so many students over so many years. I'm afraid there's a slight sadness, and that is just 18 days later, Monica sadly passed away. Having said that, I know her family, and she said that that was an outstanding. And I think your decision to recognize what for Monica was always critical, which was young, new, investigative talent in journalism, and to attribute her name to that is great. So thank you for that, and really great news. So delighted to be here and part of presenting it. So thank you. Last thing to say, somebody said earlier on, these are hard times for journalism. Yeah, I'm just going to give you a personal anecdote. My grandfather was a journalist in Spain in the run-up, so editing the daily newspaper in the run-up to the Spanish Civil War. He left crawling through troop lines as Franco came into Madrid. There are always tough times for journalists. There are always tough times for journalists. I think my mum drilled that into me. However, what you do is tremendous. You have no idea. It may feel like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years here that you've been working on Courier, on TV, on radio. What you do is outstanding, and as Gemma said, will give you such insights in your careers and the likes, but also such fun, both here and afterwards. So never forget it. You've done, all of you, an outstanding job. I salute you. Thank you.
So now I'm going to read out the nominations for this award. And the nominees are Daniel Robertson, Sally Moo, and Valentina Egorova. Yeah? Yeah. Well done to everybody nominated. And the runner-up for this award is Valentina.
Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot. And my band about that money, break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you.
And now on to the winner of the award. This person has contributed absolutely everything, given their all to the Courier. There's been times on a Sunday evening just before sending the paper off when I've had to give this person a call and be like, oh my God, help me. So the outstanding contribution to student journalism goes to my lovely friend, Dan Robertson.
I really wish I hadn't fluffed up my other speech now, and you might think I actually deserve this one. I don't know what to say. Whenever my parents complain that I spend too much time at the Courier, and I justify it by saying it's a great opportunity, I genuinely feel it is a great opportunity, but I kind of lie, because I only do it because I genuinely do love it, and everyone in it. I was part of I was sub-editor last year, and worked with a great team, and this team, just incredible, and it's been an absolute pleasure working with Jade. So yeah, thank you. Bye very
I've not finished.
No.
Oh, thank
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to interrupt proceedings very slightly. We're going to wait for Dan to come back on stage for his, having his photo. He should probably be here for this.
Back again. Yeah, I think this is probably the most important thing we do tonight, and that is acknowledging Jade. And thank you. I first met Jade around nearly 4 years ago now, and it was at a party in Mara's house. And I turned up early because my best friend was hosting. And Jade came sat down next to me and was chatting away. And she had then reminded me that I hadn't bought my essential reading yet for our history course. And I was really panicked. But 3 years on, I consider her one of my best friends. Jade has been absolutely incredible this year. She's always in the office, and I think that's half the reason why I'm always there as well. So we've got flowers and a gift, and so yeah, have a massive round of applause for the best editor in the world, Jade Holroyd.
Sorry about that, the flowers nearly fell over. So that concludes tonight's awards. Thank you all so much for coming. I might have to ask a couple more people to come back on the stage. I've got a little present, sorry it's not much, for my lovely culture editors, Jack and James, and my lovely deputy editors, Ollie and Dan. So can you come, please? Honestly, I've had such an amazing year. Thank you very much to you guys, but honestly, these guys too, I couldn't have done it without them. So let's all go and get drunk, because I really need a drink now. But thank you so much, and everyone have a good night. Thank you.
No, you won't. Until you try. You never can.